Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions of life? You see everyone else around you seemingly living fully, chasing dreams, building families, advancing in their careers, while you feel like an extra in a movie that doesn't have you as the main character. You start thinking, maybe it's the job or the partner, or the house that I'm missing. It's easy to think that happiness lies in the external world, that one thing that's just out of reach. But here's a question. What if the real path to happiness doesn't lie in getting that dream job or taking a trip across the world? What if it begins with meeting the one person you've been neglecting? The person who has the key to everything you've been seeking? That person, my friend, is you. Step 1. Meet yourself. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What do you mean? I already know myself. But do you really? I'm not talking about the surface level I like coffee, I hate the gym, I'm a Leo kind of knowledge. I'm talking about a deep, honest, raw understanding of who you are. The good, the bad, and everything in between. Here's a little story. Imagine you're sitting down for the most important interview of your life. The catch. You're both the interviewer and the interviewee. You're not promoting a product or a service. You're promoting yourself. Your true self. Ask yourself, what are the things that truly light me up? What do I deeply care about? What dreams have I hidden away, too afraid to pursue? What am I avoiding or denying? Take the time to really dig deep. These aren't just simple questions. They're the keys to uncovering your deeper desires and passions. And don't shy away from the tough questions, the ones that feel uncomfortable or scary. For example, many of us avoid asking, what am I afraid of? Yet, acknowledging your fears is often the first step to overcoming them and reclaiming your power. Step 2. Document your journey. Now that you've asked those life-changing questions, the next step is to document your answers. Writing them down in a journal is a great way to start. But if you want to go deeper, try recording yourself. Speak into a camera or an audio recorder. Talk about everything you discovered. What did you learn? What surprised you? Here's a personal example. I once recorded a video for myself after a particularly tough period in my life. I asked myself, what is the next step? What do I want out of this? At the time I felt stuck, like everything in my life was out of alignment. But as I spoke into the camera, something powerful happened. I began to realize what I really wanted, which wasn't a new job or a fancy vacation, but inner peace and clarity. That realization set me on a completely different path. Step 3. Let go of what doesn't serve you. This step is all about clearing space, both physically and emotionally. Sometimes we hold on to things that no longer serve our growth. Old beliefs, toxic relationships, clutter. Think about it. If you want to make room for the life you dream of, you've got to clear out what's not helping you move forward. I remember a time when I was clinging to a job that was draining me. It was familiar, comfortable, but it wasn't where I was meant to be. But the minute I let go, by quitting that job and deciding to pursue something I was passionate about, everything started to shift. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. This doesn't mean you have to make drastic changes right away, but start small. Tidy up your space. Get rid of clothes or items that no longer reflect who you are. Let go of thoughts and beliefs that weigh you down. Freeing yourself from the clutter opens the door to your true self. Step 4. Embrace intentional self-care. Self-care is so much more than pampering yourself. It's about aligning your habits with your deeper needs. Self-care means checking in with your mind, body, and spirit. It's about creating routines that honor who you are. For example, a few years ago, I was always too busy to take a break. My days were packed with work, meetings, and obligations, but I was burning out. So I started setting boundaries. I began taking 1 hour each day to focus solely on myself, whether it was reading, going for a walk, or even sitting in stillness. It didn't solve everything, but it gave me space to recharge and reconnect with myself. Step 5. Find your tribe. Now, here's the thing. Rediscovering yourself doesn't mean you have to do it alone. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, support you, and encourage your growth. Think about it. Have you ever felt completely yourself around certain people? That's the power of connection. When you find a community that shares your values, it can help you stay grounded and motivated. There's a story I love about a woman named Sarah. She had spent years feeling disconnected and unsure of who she was. But once she found a group of people who shared her interest in mindfulness and self-awareness, everything changed. Through those friendships, Sarah rediscovered her passion for creativity, started writing again, and eventually began a project that connected her with others. She found her tribe, and in doing so, she found herself. Rediscovery is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey that requires courage, patience, and commitment. But once you start, the path will unfold in front of you, and you'll begin to see a new world full of possibilities. Are you ready to rediscover yourself? Are you ready to take that first step toward the life you've been waiting for? Join the Happy Nesting community, where we support each other in our journeys toward self-awareness, mindfulness, and intentional living. Together, we'll help you find the joy that's already within you. Like this video, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Follow us on TikTok for daily motivation. And don't forget to grab the Happy Nest Manual on Patreon, your ultimate guide to cultivating inner joy and happiness. Let's walk this path together. Your happiness is waiting. So take that first step today. The Happy Nesting community, helping you find joy within.